Apple billed the iPhone 17 as a major leap, but after a few days, familiar frictions remain. eSIM only hurdles when you want to switch carriers or add a second line. Satellite that is mostly limited to SOS and texts instead of everyday calling. Repair headaches around parts pairing and sluggish wired transfers on non-Pro models when you need photos off the phone fast. That is the gap the Tesla Pi phone aims to fill. Dual-lane connectivity, with cellular for the daily grind and satellite coverage when towers are down or Furua. A repair-friendly design local shops can service without feature penalties. And USB 3 by default, so moving files is quick and painless. At $257 and targeting 2026, it looks like a practical long-haul alternative, not just another spec sheet. If you want the straight facts before you buy, subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. How does the Tesla Pi phone keep you connected even with no signal? No signal, no panic. With Starlink means the Tesla Pi phone uses 5G when available and switches to Starlink Direct to cell when it is not. The aim is practical. Remove dead zones on land, lakes, and coastal stretches without bulky antennas. So, the Tesla Pi phone always keeps a minimal but reliable link. The need is proven by real events. After major U.S. storms, regulators reported double-digit site outages, including 22.22% in North Carolina on October 4th, 2024, and 12.3% in Florida on October 10th, 2024. When towers fail due to power loss or backhaul cuts, the Tesla Pi phone rides Starlink to keep messaging and location sharing alive. Globally, only about 55% of the population had 5G coverage by late 2024, with uneven distribution between cities and rural areas. That gap is where Starlink keeps the Tesla Pi phone seamless on mountain trips, long drives, and remote work. On the radio side, Starlink Direct to cell targets standard LTE so ordinary phones can connect. On the device side, 3GPP released 17 formalized non-terrestrial networks with bands N255 in the L band and N256 in the span, enabling handhelds like the Tesla Pi phone to talk directly to satellites. The phone detects coverage loss and prioritizes lightweight messaging and data through Starlink. The ecosystem is maturing as U.S. carriers promote off-coverage texting built on Starlink, validating this hybrid approach. Software follows a few bytes, high-impact rules. Current satellite services show that a few hundred bytes carry coordinates, remaining battery heading, and a help note. The Tesla Pi phone packages SOS compactly, keeps a retry queue for cloudy skies, and automatically chooses the best path. With coverage, it prefers SMS or mobile data. Without it, the switch to Starlink is transparent. The homeward button is the one-touch survival workflow. Press it and the Tesla Pi phone navigates with preloaded offline maps, sends position every 5 to 10 minutes, or when you deviate beyond a threshold, dims the display, lowers CPU clocks, and blocks background scans. Long-running measurements show the display, and radios dominate energy use, while GNSS can draw hundreds of mils. Duty cycling and batch transmissions extend runtime without sacrificing safety. A quick power budget confirms the target. A 5,000 mAh battery at 3.85 volts equals about 19.25 Wh. If average draw sits near 0.40 watts with dimming reduced background traffic and periodic GNSS, estimated runtime approaches 48 hours. If refined to about 0.27 watts by lowering refresh rate, batching sessions, and limiting wake-ups, runtime can reach roughly 71 hours. To preserve satellite data, the Tesla Pi phone prompts users to preload 100 to 200 kilometers of maps on offline-capable navigation apps. GNSS then handles routing while Starlink is reserved for SOS and periodic location updates. Users press homeward in trouble. The Tesla Pi phone manages the rest. Apple offers messages via satellite and extended free access for iPhone 14 and 15, and iPhone 17 is strong in dense urban 5G. When resilience during storms, power cuts, and remote travel matters most, the Starlink-centered Tesla Pio holds the clear edge. Please rate how useful no signal, no panic is to you on a scale 1 to 5, with 5 meaning essential and 1 meaning not necessary. How could a Tesla Pi phone change your daily usage habits? The Tesla Pi phone is built with the goal of needing less charging, fewer repairs, and fewer updates. For fewer charges, it reduces battery stress with cool hardware, smart software, and safe charging habits. A thin vapor chamber spreads heat from the SoC and RF, so the pack runs cooler because lithium cells lose capacity faster when they often sit above 45 degrees Celsius. Smart charging is on by default. Daily charge is capped at 80 to 90%, and the phone only fills to 100% when the next day's travel requires it. Battery references agree that shallow charge and shallow discharge extends cycle life before the pack falls to 80% of original capacity. For context, Apple targets 80% after 500 cycles on iPhone 14 and earlier, and 80% after 1,000 cycles on iPhone 15. EU eco-design rules require at least 800 cycles with 80% remaining, which matches the plan to keep temperatures low and charging conservative. Fewer repairs means fewer failures and fast fixes when they occur. The Tesla Pi phone uses strengthened cover glass that in lab tests survives drops up to 1 meter onto concrete-like surfaces while resisting scratches. A metal frame and gaskets aim for a high IP rating. Many flagships quote IP68 with up to 6M for 30 minutes, which sets a practical target. Policy changes also support repairability from June 20th, 2025. The EU AO design standard requires key spares within 5 to 10 business days and supply for up to 7 years after sales end, with explicit durability requirements. The EU battery law targets user removable and replaceable batteries from 2027. The Tesla Pi phone therefore uses a replaceable battery module, easy-to-open standard screws, modular flex cables, and public repair manuals so neighborhood shops can service common faults quickly and cheaply. Fewer updates keeps you secure without relearning the phone each year. The Tesla Pi phone maintains 2 streams, background security updates and major features on a longer cadence with a stable interface between releases. A/B or virtual A/B installs complete in the background and can roll back automatically if something goes wrong, which reduces downtime. Support is planned for 7 years for security and OS, matching top market benchmarks and making ownership predictable. Practical touches make the vision tangible. Labor mode supports glove-friendly touch, large text, large buttons, and strong haptics. Auto battery optimization learns night or day shifts. Caps charge appropriately. Charges slowly in the evening, then tops up near shift start.